Welcome back, Patriots. Well, we got a lot of news to cover because there's an ICE shooting in Minneapolis. U.S. seizes oil tankers and RFK Jr. flips the food pyramid. All of that and more, but let's make sure that we are, in fact, streaming on all services because it looks like Rumble's having a little bit of a hiccup today, and we might not actually be live even though we think we are actually live right now, and it does not look like we are live whatsoever, but we'll see here. I think we are live. Rumble's having some mega issues for me this morning. It's a little, in fact, streaming. We are here. All righty. Now that we know that we're live, thank the Lord. Again, we have a lot of news where ICE is in Minneapolis, and well, people are losing it because somebody got deleted. U.S. seizes oil tankers, which is what we were covering yesterday as breaking news. And RFK Jr. again flips the food pyramid. What is that all about? What is RFK doing over there in the White House, over there on Capitol Hill, making changes to our food pyramid? Well, we're going to break all of that down for you and more, folks. If it's your first time here, let us know in the chat. Always appreciate the kind support that all of you show us. We're a morning show. We do this each and every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the Bald Brad channel. We've been doing this for 5 years straight. We're a podcast. We lean more conservative than anything, but mostly we're just here to bring you the news. So if you're not exactly conservative, well, that's okay. We're happy to have you. We're glad to have you. And also head over to baldbrad.com. We have a lot of goodies over there for you as well, baldbrad.com. And you can make yourself a donation over there where we get 97 cents of every dollar. Whereas if you did the same dollar over at YouTube, they're taking 30 to 35%. Okay, so we get more of your money. It goes back into the show. I don't spend that on my nice, fun vacations or whatever the heck I decide to do. Your money that you send to the show goes directly back into the show, and I think that's only fair. All righty, well, here we are. Enough of me talking. Everybody's been able to get in here. Let's jump right into the news. We have here Minnesota shooting comes amid record surge in violent threats and assaults against ICE. Now, this happened against ICE, but as you can see, it might be tough to see on your screen. There is a bullet hole right here on this vehicle, on this Honda. It looks like a Honda Pilot, a Honda something. But this person got one in the, well, you know what? And we're going to break that down for you right now. Before that, though, can you hit that like button if you could? It helps support the show. Always appreciate your help. So where is my notes? I apologize. I've scrolled all the way down on my notes. So there was a ICE agent shooting amid like a 1,300% surge in assaults. A deadly confrontation took place, and we'll show some video in a moment, in Minneapolis, and it's now the center of a much larger and far more troubling national trend. I mean, talk about a place that's just sheer chaos with the Somali fraud that's going on, just the other fraud that's going on. You have possible voter fraud happening. And then now this. A federal immigration agent fatally shot a woman on Wednesday after she accelerated her vehicle. This is key. She accelerated her vehicle at the officer. And I'm going to use a key word, towards the officer. And according to Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, that same agent had already been rammed by a car in a prior anti-ICE attack months earlier. The shooting did not happen in a vacuum. It happened amid a historic surge, and we've all been covering it, in violence, threats, and coordinated attacks against ICE agents nationwide. And I promise I'll show the video in a moment. The incident unfolded Wednesday as in Minneapolis, as ICE agents approached a woman sitting inside a vehicle and ordered her to exit. According to the video released after the shooting, the woman initially complied verbally, but then reversed the car, and you'll see this, and then suddenly accelerated, appearing to strike or nearly strike the agent. The video that I saw from the other end, she did hit the guy. Now, That's not up to you to determine, well, she clipped him or not. No, she got him pretty good. I mean, it's a vehicle coming at you. But whenever you're doing the crime, the criminal behavior, for some reason on one side of the aisle, it's always they're the victim, not the other person that's actually being victimized. The woman later identified as a 37-year-old, Renee Nicole Good, was deleted. The officer was transported to the hospital and later released. Her mother has claimed that her daughter was not involved in an anti-ICE activism, but federal officials say the officer believed his life was in immediate danger. I'll show the clip, let you decide in the chat. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has called the incident self-defense and more broadly an act of domestic terrorism. So let's get to the video clips here for all of you. Again, good morning. It's good to see everybody in the chat. We have a lot of clips on this, by the way. Forgive me. Here we go. All right, so here is, I just wanted to show you the clip, and there's a bunch of people talking about it. Hold on a second. Forgive me, Patriots. Here we go. So it's kind of a long clip, but you're gonna get everything. And let me get out of your way here. Oh, that's what they're gonna scream. So let's go to the video really quick. Let's go to the tape. Just gonna pause here. Alrighty. We're gonna go in slow motion, folks. And I'm gonna come back down here. And let's just kind of see what we got. No! So she's going in reverse. All right. No! No! All right. So at first she's going in reverse, right? You see the wheels, the car's moving backwards. You could tell now she popped that sucker in drive and you could barely see the guy's head right here. Okay. Remember, the bullet comes through the front. This is the guy, I believe, that deleted her. He gets hit. Right here. Right now, that car is in going forward motion. He is in front of the car on driver's side headlight. He draws his firearm. Why would he draw his firearm? Because now the car is moving towards him. Right there is when he gets hit. And he, puts one. I think maybe one or two. So, people are saying self-defense. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. There was another angle of this incident. I want to see if I can find it for all of you. This was it right here. So you'll see, he's going to be right here. He's going to get clipped. You'll see it. Boom. So again, if you missed that, he is right here. I know it's hard to see. That's him right here. And we'll go in super slow-mo for you. And boom, got hit. Is it a life-threatening hit? Who knows? In that instant, well, that's what I mean is who knows? You don't wait till after the fact to see if it's life-threatening, right? You don't wait till after the fact. You know what would have not had this happen if he didn't try to run over a police officer? I mean, it's terrible that this young lady, 37, lost her life, regardless of whether she was in part of the activism or not. I don't care. She lost her life. It's terrible over a really, really, really bad decision. And I don't know why this is so difficult for some people to understand, that when you're dealing with law enforcement, it doesn't matter if it's local, state, or federal, why for some people it is just so hard to comply and listen to police officers. I really don't understand. Somebody said YouTube deletes channels for showing shootings. Well, I guess we had deleted then. Oh, well. At this point, I'm so tired of the censorship, and I'm so tired of dealing with YouTube on what they're doing to my channel. I was going to sound bad, and I still appreciate the comment, Dave. I can give 0 Fs if they delete my channel. 0. I'm as serious as a heart attack, by the way. If they're going to, they might as well. It's not like they're letting me do anything else anyways. I mean, the amount of shadow ban on this channel is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. Yeah, they can delete it. I don't give a shit. Sorry to cuss, but it's true. So anyways, that's what's going on with the video clip that's circling or surfacing, circling around, going viral, all that stuff. Now, where the heck my notes go? I just lost my notes. That's awesome. There we go. All right. Come back. We're coming back, baby. You know, might as well leave that on the screen for all of you right there. The context the media is ignoring in all this. Leave that running for all of you fine folks. Is, according to Secretary Noem, agents have seen an uptick in assaults of 1,300%. Death threats against agents are up 8,000%. Over the past several weeks, officials say that there have been more than 100 attempted vehicle rammings targeting ICE and federal agents. Cars are being used as weapons, and it's escalating. Well, if you want to use a vehicle as a weapon, you shouldn't be surprised that an officer with the actual weapon on them as well is going to use his or her weapon against you. But whenever you say things like this, and I'm going, yeah, you tried to run over a police officer. He's in every right to defend himself. If you're going to use a lethal weapon, he's going to use a lethal weapon. And that I'm not saying the person deserved to lose their life. Again, I just started off by saying that it's terrible. But because we've gone so long in society, and I'm talking almost 2 decades of lack of consequences, the officers are always the ones that have to have compassion. It's never the person that's doing the criminal behavior or doing something they're not supposed to be doing. Those people could almost do anything and be fine. It's just, and you're also talking about a bunch of people that have never put themselves in high stress situations to where you do have to make a split second decision to either save your life or not save your life. And what these people would want is for the officer to give up his life. I understand this vehicle ramming probably would not have ended his life, but you get what I'm saying, is you don't have a ton of time to make that decision of, oh, this is gonna kill me or it's not gonna kill me. You don't really have that much of time to make that, but because these people are idiots out there in their freaking, as you can see on your screen, in their sweatpants out in the middle of the snow, why don't you dress appropriately, you idiot? People's minds are blown that this could happen. I'm not shocked. I'm not asking for this to happen more. That's awful. I'm surprised it hasn't happened more. I am surprised people aren't being arrested on a mass scale for obstructing an investigation or law enforcement from doing their job. I grew up with law enforcement. My family was law enforcement. My friends are law enforcement. A lot of referees that I work with are law enforcement. So I hear this all, but it's getting a little bit tiresome. And so when something happens, you know, as you saw from the lady, I'll ask you, what are you doing? How could you? Blah, blah. It's like, what do you mean, how could you? What are you talking about? It's horrible. The lady lost her life because she didn't want to comply. It's terrible. And just think about, I've been pulled over before. I've been pulled over 3 times in my life. All the times, if that officer asked me to jump, I would say, how high, sir? Yes, officer. Yes, sir. Because there's always been guys that pulled me over. I didn't mess with them. And you know what? Even when I got a ticket, I've gotten 1 ticket in my life. And I've shared this story, I think, in the past. The ticket was actually not even justified. The officer claimed I had a cell phone in my hand. I didn't. It was actually on my, I used to drive a CRV, and it was in my console. I didn't even have it in my hand. And he pulled up next to me and said I had it in my hand. I screwed up and didn't have my new insurance in me because it was at home. It just came in the mail. And I knew that he could look it up. And so I asked him, hey, I have a bunch of expired insurances. It's sitting at home in the mailbox, I'm sure. Can you just go ahead and run it and see that I have insurance? Because I know I do. And this was before you could look up your insurance on your phone and stuff like that. And so he came back to me and he gave me an ultimatum. He said, well, you can either take the cell phone violation. You don't have to go to traffic school and it's just it's not a hit on your record. You just pay the fine. Or I'll write you up for not having proof of insurance. That is a violation. You will have to go to traffic school. You decide. I said, all right, give me the ticket for the cell phone. It was a no-brainer. I didn't even have to think about it. It was like, cell phone. And even when he gave me the ticket, even though I knew he was lying, you know what I said to the guy? I said, hey, my family's law enforcement. My friends are law enforcement. I just want to let you know, thank you for protecting and serving the community. I really do appreciate it. I'm not being a smart aleck. I really do appreciate what you do, and thank you. That was it. The guy was a jerk, but you know what? I was kind to the guy. So I listened to them. I have my hands on the steering wheel. I asked them, can I grab my license out of my wallet that's in my back right pocket? If they asked me to search if they wanted to search the vehicle, absolutely. Go do whatever you need. Take a nap in there for all I want. I'll buy you a cup of coffee while you do it. Why is that so difficult to do? Why is it so hard for these people to comply and listen? I have an answer for you, by the way. Oh, I know. Do you want to know why? Because from kindergarten all the way through the rest of their life, they went through an education system where there was no consequences. Nothing happens to these kids anymore. Do you want to know the consequences in the education system? You don't want to know the worst that you're going to get nowadays, and I'm not even kidding? You have to pick up trash at lunch. You have to pick up 10 pieces of trash. Yep. You might have to go to a 40-minute detention. Oh, where you get to sleep. Terrible. You might have to sit in an intervention across the guy that you beat the crap out of, you put in the hospital, and tell him that you're sorry. Nothing happens to you. You still get to go to school. There's no consequences. I told you the story about my buddy who teaches elementary school in Nevada, and kids, they had a verifiable proof of all these messages that the kids plotted to delete him. Over 300 messages of how they're going to do it, where the firearms were going to come from, where they're actually going to shoot the teacher. He's my friend. Kids were back in the classroom with him the next day. He walked off the job. Nothing. You have to understand, when you go through your entire life with no consequences, you have these types of reactions. You're baffled. You can't even fathom it because it's never happened. It's hard to fathom something happening to you when you've got away with everything your entire life. That doesn't mean there hasn't been some sort of repercussion against you. That's not what I'm saying. But you think you get away with it. That's why these people are so shocked when they get arrested. That's why they're so shocked when something happens, that the law is actually coming down on them, because it's never happened to them before their entire lives. Their parents didn't parent, most likely. They never got really in trouble other than a slap on the wrist, maybe. And not even a slap. Just don't do that, Johnny. Don't do that, Becky. And now when you do a knucklehead move, it costs you your life. And unfortunately, when you don't have to ever think about consequences, you're going to make a lot of bonehead decisions in your life. That's why, for example, when these knuckleheads, I know it's off topic, when these knuckleheads don't want to pay their student loans, and then they're baffled when Trump wants to garnish your wages because you didn't pay your loans, they can't believe it. Trump's the evil guy, not them for not paying their loans, which, by the way, causes you most likely to have a higher interest rate because some other people are defaulting on their loans, and the government or the private loan company wants to make their money back. It all goes back into it. Or these people want to commit fraud, which causes you to pay higher premiums or whatever. I mean, it all affects you in some way, shape, or form. Freaking nuts, man. It's ridiculous. And this is not going anywhere. You guys are going to see this stuff for the rest of your life in terms of these people acting like knuckleheads, because nothing's changed. Nothing. So where's Nick Sorter at? I want to show you this really quick. And then I'll get back to my notes on this because I want to show you guys more video rather than me just talking the entire time. That's not what I'm looking for. 1 second. Get to Nick Sorter's website. Nick Sorter you've seen before because he's been assaulted by Antifa. And, well, he was there and he's posted a bunch of video clips of yesterday. And we're going to go through these. And I hope you guys are okay with that. I'm trying to save my voice. So we're going to show you what was going on yesterday. I think that was Christy Nome. I'm going down, going down, going down. I want to show everything. We're going to kind of rehash this together. All right, so there is that. Okay. Jeez, Louise, how far do we got to go here? Sorry, you guys. Brad, you're so unprepared. I'm prepared. I just didn't expect Nick's thing to go down that far. There's a lot of stuff here. All right. What Trump say? Trump talking about this? No, I'm not going to do that. No. That's the fraud. Oh, I got to go up. I went way too far. Here we go.
Get back! Right in the face! Get back! Fuck off! All on video!
Oh my gosh! If you missed it, that dude just got blasted with I don't know, are those I don't know what exactly is in there. It's some sort of mace, some sort of pepper spray, I'm sure. But I don't know how big it is, because that looked like one of those, you know, those bath bombs that the ladies use? It's like that big, and you put it in the bath and it just kind of like expands out. It looks like this is just a bath bomb. Is that what those are called? You guys will let me know in the chat. And just took it to the face. He tried to grab the guy's firearm, which by the way is illegal. This guy should be arrested immediately. But because we're idiots, we don't arrest these people at all.
In the face! Get back! Fuck off! All on video!
Watch this guy. Watch this guy. Boom! Oh my gosh. I guess it wasn't in the face, to be fair. So you can see the trajectory right here. But look at that. What a good pause. Man. I mean, that guy, that hurts too.
You fucking...
I don't know if you guys caught that. So this guy takes one, right? Right here. Should be arrested because he grabbed the guy's firearm. Should be arrested. This guy right here. Look, he just throws a couple rounds, couple paintball, pepper balls right into the guy too. Just like a few taps. Watch this. Listen to this. You'll hear it. He just keeps shooting him.
You fucking...
Oh.
Kill someone!
I love how this guy's all acting like, acting all hard. Hey, yeah, man, you don't gotta do this. You got a life to live. You don't gotta do this. What is this guy going to do? You have federal agents all around you with firearms. Yep, I know you guys know this, but I feel the need to say it. This doesn't work for a lot of people. Okay? First of all, you shouldn't even be there. You're putting yourself in a really bad situation. And what do I mean by that? Is you might just want to be there to protest. You have a right to do that. But you don't know if some other idiot there has a firearm that's maybe a part of your side or not. Maybe you do have a ICE agent or a federal agent that goes usurpacious and just starts freaking mowing people down with a firearm. Well, now you're in the line of sight with bullets, maybe. So you've just put yourself in a situation that would have never needed to happen in the first place just by being there. You don't need to be there. But you gotta love, hey, buddy, you don't gotta go in, man. Think about your kids. Yeah, come on.
No!
Don't get killed for this thing. It's not worth it,
man. He's asking them to move. You're not allowed to do this. All these people should be arrested. You are not allowed to do this. Arrest her. Arrest. That's all you have to do. Drag them off to the side and arrest them. Unfortunately, these officers, I hate to say it, are kind of causing the problem themselves as well. Because they're not giving these people consequences. You know how like Donald Trump is blowing up those those vessels for trafficking drugs. The hope is that's a deterrence method of, if you want to do that, you're going to see a Hellfire missile or something coming down on you, and you're going to be chumming the waters. What you need to do is arrest people that are breaking the law. Arrest these people.
Go another way! Move! Go another way! Move! Go another way! Behind us!
The Nazis, the people that act more fascist than socialist than anything, or the act. Isn't it crazy that the people that are for socialism are calling other people Nazis? And if you don't know what I mean by that, I'll let you figure that one out. The socialists are calling people that are free market capitalists Nazis. Here you go. Arrest him. This guy's blocking. And by the way, if this guy got ran over, how could you? What are you doing? Well, buddy, you're in the middle of the road and you're standing in front of a moving vehicle. Yes, you would be ran over. That's usually what happens. I've always told these people, I want to see them try this in front of a train. You know what I mean? Try it in front of a train. Train's coming. I just want to see what happens. I'm just curious. What a hero. You know what I mean? What a hero. He's going to go home and show his trans boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't know how it works anymore. The video of him. Look, I was in front of an F-250. Yeah. Yeah, standing up for justice. Standing up for what's right.
Get the fuck out! Move!
All right, so it goes on for a few more minutes. What else do we got? Yeah. So they're throwing snowballs at them, which some of you grow up in the Northeast, man. Some of those snowballs, that turns into ice. And that hurts. I've lived on the East Coast. I've played hockey in Canada, in Calgary. You think the Northeast is cold. You go up there, and that is some cold as well. I've lived in cold. Just because I'm living in California, don't tell me, oh, Brad, you don't know what cold is. Yo, I've gone out there in people's neighborhoods where they build ice rinks in their backyard. It's that cold. Okay? I've been to Canada. It is cold. You can get snow that hurts really bad and can knock you out. Should be arrested. That's what they're doing. They're throwing stuff at them. Should all be arrested, but they're not going to. So it turned into obviously, people freaking out, going crazy, protesters.
Watching to see authorities are responding to an ICE-involved shooting. That's how it's being described by the people in South Minneapolis right now. We now have a reporter there. Earlier today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz posted that his public safety team is working to get more information and urge people to remain calm. And moments ago, the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, said they are working to get ICE out of his state. A lot going on, or his city. Senior correspondent Mike Tobin is on the ground for us in South Minneapolis. Mike.
And the police tape is up right now. As you can see, it's a several block area behind me that is tied off. The tear gas has already been used because each time you get one of these ICE events or a Border Patrol scene, you get the protesters who descend on it. That has already happened here. The details we know thus far is that the person who was shot is a woman. We don't really know much.
Watching to see.
Just ridiculous. So let's go up a little bit here. Here is Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. Yeah, he's really working because he rolled up his sleeves, folks. He took off his tie. He means business. Yeah, like I'm going to show up with no tie on. My hair's not done. Like I've been working really hard. Yeah, you've been working really hard to fraud your citizens out of a lot of taxpayer money going to these daycares and other places. Yeah, you've had your head buried in the snow. And what's going on back here? You have this guy that's super jacked, could barely fit in his shirt. And then you have this woman who's not fairly fit at all and could barely fit into her shirt or him. I'm not trying to be rude. Please understand that. I'm just saying DEI hire. DEI hire for sure.
But I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE.
Oh, what is that?
To ICE,
come on,
get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this.
By the way, a lot of people want them there. I just want to make that clear. What he's saying is completely not true. A lot of people want ICE there, but his head's buried in the sand. But because he cost, he means business.
City is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead.
Because of all that, somebody's dead. I would like to point out that if you never had the illegal immigration in the first place that the Democrats caused, this actually would have never happened. If that person never put themselves in that situation in the first place, guess what? Never would have happened. Yeah, you guys caught it. Yeah, the lady giving the sign language. Yeah.
That's on you.
Or guy. You guys can't assume.
And it's also on you to leave.
Oh. No. They shouldn't leave. Because Americans voted to have this. Oh, here they are burning the American flag.
And we're seeing the images on the screen. There's that flag you were talking about being burned here. What kind of things are they shouting? The crowd that's out there, I know they're obviously not happy ICE is there. They've been talking about that. What are they saying?
This should be ran on every campaign ad that Trump does when he's supporting a candidate for the midterms. This is what the Democrat Party thinks of our country. This is what they want to do to our country. This is what illegal immigrants want to do to our country. Just frame it that way. But don't worry, you just heard from the mayor that all these people want to assimilate. Now, I don't know who this is, right? This could be totally an American citizen. They're an idiot no matter what. It doesn't matter. Flags upside down, burning it. Oh, but they want to assimilate. They want to, their culture. They want to be a part of the American dream. Why are they burning it? We got more stuff here for you, folks. Here's Tim Walz.
We get no core.
Oh, look at him, too. Couldn't put on a suit. Hair's all messed up like he just woke up. Oh, I've just been working so hard. You notice they always make it seem like they're like working hard. He doesn't do anything.
Local law enforcement. We get no coordination. They don't tell us they're coming. They don't say why they're sending the largest deployment in American history to Minneapolis. They're not making us any safer. We don't have any of that coordination. They should be talking to us when we do these things. Let us know we're going to be down here.
Oh, please. So you could go tell everybody that they're going to be there? Oh, they should tell us so that we could go tell them to leave. And by them, I'm talking illegal immigrants or whoever they're going after. Yeah. Really, Tim?
This is going to happen. We don't have that. So when you see local law enforcement.
Oh, God. Yeah, let's tell, who in their right mind would ever tell a Democrat what's about to happen? Unbelievable.
Of nature, if it's a global pandemic, or in this case, if it is a rogue federal agent. I don't know at this time, and I want to be very careful. It's unprecedented that we have the federal government's already determined exactly what's happened here and the motives of an individual that we don't even know the name. They don't know the name.
Because we have video of it, Tim. We have video. Motive? I saw with my own eyes that the person tried to run over the police officer. What? I don't need to talk to her. And guess what? I don't even need to talk to the guy. You want to know why, Tim? Because we all watched it. We all watched it with our own eyes that she popped that bad boy in reverse and then she tried to floor it with the officer standing right in front of her. Well, he's a rogue agent. Well, she was a rogue person driving the car then. That's crazy. This is what they try to do. They try to spin it, acting all crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Here's Nick Sorter.
After seeing what happened to the storefronts and businesses of Minnesota just 6 years ago, less than 6 years ago, how those homeowners in that area
we're only
feel.
blocks away from where the George Floyd situation happened, where if you still go there nowadays, the buildings are still charred. There's still, I mean, it still looks like total destruction, just like it did back then. It's never recovered. And people are worried that that's going to happen again. And all signs point to them wanting it to happen again. Will, they want this to devolve even more. They want, you have Tim Walz on TV alluding to this being a murder, as well as the mayor with his inflammatory.
I don't mean to be a jerk. I mean, people say the same thing about me and Republicans or conservatives, that we all we look alike, right? With the beard and the hat and the American flag and all that stuff. But did you notice that all these people on the left, like, they're all overweight? And granted, a lot of Americans are overweight just in general. Folks, if you're overweight, please lose weight. I want you to be healthy. Okay. And I want this lady to be healthy too. But they're all overweight. You know what I mean? They're all like butch. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but clean yourself up, please. Before you start going yelling at somebody else for something, clean yourself up.
Rhetoric on TV. Why? Because there is no better way for them to distract from the billions and billions of dollars worth of fraud that we've been here on the ground uncovering over the past 2 weeks. It's the best way for Tim Walz to finally be able to talk about something else and bury it.
He's right.
I have to wonder how.
He's right. I mean, talk about a media flip. Now everyone's going to be talking about this rather than talking about the fraud. And the fraud's going to go all the way. Oh, well, they got away with all this money. Yep.
On the situation here on the ground, I also just got off the phone a little while ago with Governor Walz and spoke to him as well. I want to reiterate first with all of you the facts of what happened today. At 10:25 a.m. Central Time, Immigration and Customs Enforcement were carrying out lawful operations here in Minneapolis.
You notice there's nobody obese behind her? Did you notice that?
Because of the adverse weather that Minneapolis has seen in recent snow, one of the vehicles became stuck and ensnared in the snow. Law enforcement were attempting to push out this vehicle, and when a mob of agitators that were harassing them all day began blocking them in, shouting at them, and impeding law enforcement operations. ICE officers and agents approached the vehicle of the individual in question, who was blocking the officers in with her vehicle, and she had been stalking and impeding their work all throughout the day. ICE agents repeatedly ordered her to get out of the car and to stop obstructing law enforcement, but she refused to obey their commands. She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle and attempted to run a law enforcement officer over. This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism. The ICE officer, fearing for his life and the other officers around him and the safety of the public, fired defensive shots. He used his training to save his own life and that of his colleagues. He was treated at a local hospital, has been released, and is now with family.
There you go. And here's the thing. We're not going to change the minds of these people out on the street, because we live in a world now where we can all watch the same video, and let's just flip the script a little bit. Let's be on the side of Democrats. It's always fun to get in their head. Let's say this officer was ran over and he was paralyzed. What would they be doing? Oh, we got him. Good. Yeah, that scumbag. Now his life's ruined just in the same way that he's ruining the lives of illegal immigrants or people that are legally allowed to be here or whatever. That's what they'd be saying. The same people that are out in the street right now, they would party. Exactly, Mizzy. The same people that were chanting and celebrating the deletion of Charlie Kirk, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, are now pissed off and upset that this lady was deleted because she tried to run over a police officer. The same people that were celebrating 3-4 months ago are the same people out there on the street that are all up in arms over this. Crazy. What is this? Oh, this is the George Floyd Plaza that he was talking about. Remember the mayor? Get the F out of our city. Really? Why don't you clean up your city, buddy? Look at this. Looks ran down to me. Look at that, huh? What a great place to live. Wow. Boy, your tax dollars are really going to work. What a nice place. Gee, millions of dollars of Black Lives Matter, huh? Millions. Still looks like a dump. Boy, I'm so glad that they all got suckered of giving their money thinking that, oh boy, Black Lives Matter, we're going to give money to black people, black communities to uplift them. And you didn't get anything. Black lives do matter. And you know what? They matter so much that when you donate money, it should actually go back into the community so you can uplift it. But they all got suckered. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today, Malcolm X. Gotcha. So why don't you prepare for the future, you idiot, by not spray painting on a building that's going to cost taxpayers money to take off, or some sort of business owner, so that in the future, people can actually still go here and not have to look at your dumb writing on the wall. What a place of doo-doo, man. Look at that. God. Look how awful this looks. People over property. Well, at least they know what they're doing. Because you destroy property, man. That whole place looks ran down. I mean, they're going up here tagging the freaking pole post. Free gas? Yeah. Oh, lovely. Look at that, huh? Beautiful. Just beautiful. It's so wild. Here's CNN. We got to see what CNN says here real quick. Sorry to subject you to this.
Unsafe. So making us unsafe.
So the president said, this is being studied, but it's very clear from his post that they believe it was self-defense, and the feds have all but said whether the FBI is looking into it, but it appears that they obviously will not be moving forward with charges. That seems pretty clear. Will Minnesota then try to leapfrog that and push with state charges of this ICE officer?
I think that, that's certainly something that, will need to be taken very seriously. I think the people of Minnesota, the folks in Minneapolis, the loved ones of, Renee Nicole Good deserve justice. They deserve transparency. And I know that that's
transparency. I mean, there's like multiple angles of what happened. That's as pretty transparent as you can get.
Something that, I will be calling for justice and transparency. And so that, as they're talking about, domestic terrorism or somehow, trying to disrespect and insult the memory of Renee Nicole Good, we need to do everything we can to make sure that the truth is getting out there.
Play that again for you guys. Listen very carefully.
Everything we can. Renee Nicole Good, we need to do everything we can. We need to do everything we can. We need to do everything we can to make sure that the truth is getting out there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet you're going to. I bet you're going to do everything you can to make sure that everything's transparent and that we get the truth. Folks. Does nobody find it insane that she's saying and talking about transparency as a lieutenant governor of Minnesota that was just revealed to have millions upon millions of dollars of fraud, probably in the billions, easily? Where was the conversation about transparency there? By the way, Where was she on the news sites everywhere doing the same thing, saying the American people, the Minnesotans deserve transparency on all this fraud. Their money's gone. Where was that conversation? All of a sudden you want transparency when it comes to somebody trying to run over a law enforcement officer? But when it comes to hundreds of millions of dollars being gone, transparency, you can't have that. Are you kidding me? Come on.
And that, you know, what people have seen with their own eyes, both in eyewitness accounts, but also on, you know, the video footage that's been taken tells a very, very different story than, frankly, I think the lies that are coming out of Donald Trump and Kristi Noem.
Wow, really? Is that what you guys think? Do you think it's telling a different story than what Kristi Noem's saying? I told you, we could all watch the same video and come to two different things. They see something that doesn't exist. We watch something that does. I'm not kidding. That video could have showed. I'll show you this right here. We'll just go to this. Let's say this paper, it's white paper, right? You know what they'll tell you it is? This is blue paper, you guys. That's what the left and CNN will tell you. I see blue paper. You all see white. I understand it looks cream colored because of the lighting and stuff like that, but you get what I mean. That's blue paper. Yeah, that's not white. It's not even tan. It's blue. This is baby blue, man. Crazy. Let's see what else we got here. So he was being threatened. I'm not going to watch that, but they're threatening Nick Sorter. So he tried to call the police department to come help him. And, well, this is what he got.
That they can access, they can assist you.
Okay, so they're not coming to this location, correct? I have to go and find them myself.
If you're not going to answer my question, are you going to go to a different location?
I mean, I'm being chased down the road. What do you want from me? I have to go. What location do I need to go to?
You're going to have to go to a different location if you'd like to be. Okay, I'm going to disconnect.
What location do I have to go to?
Wow. That's crazy.
Different location.
Dude's being assaulted and he's being chased down by a mob that wants to delete him. Yeah, you got to go to a different location. Sorry, but we can't extract you out of there. Yeah. I mean, is there any more reason? I mean, this should be blasted everywhere. This is why you need your Second Amendment. This is why, because you cannot rely on the police department. You want to know who you want to be able to rely on? Yourself and your firearm. That's what you want to rely on. Because it turns out there's not enough police. It turns out that they are told to stand down in some cases. They're told not to help people. Yeah. But you know what? If you had a firearm, guess what? At least you get to live. No better reason to promote the Second Amendment than blasting this video everywhere. Now, they're good people out there, you guys. They just want a better life for everybody. Man, we didn't even get to all our other stories here. At least good thing we covered the oil tanker. If you missed that one, the U.S. seized oil tankers. We covered that in yesterday's episode. So if you actually go to yesterday's show, which is already on the catalog for you, you'll be able to get everything you need to know from that, at least the breaking news of it. And then RFK Jr. came out and flipped the food pyramid. Just really quickly with that one, because I want to make sure I don't skip anything. Fulfilling another MAHA promise, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has flipped the food pyramid and announced sweeping changes to the dietary guidelines for Americans. The food pyramid has been completely flipped to prioritize healthy fats and protein and limit or avoid ultra-processed foods. If anybody's trying to lose weight, by the way, a lot of people think that, me eating a salad, that's going to help you. It will a little bit. I'll just give you tips right now. If you want to lose weight really quickly and never be starving, all you need to do is not only just weigh the food in grams, but just eat a ton of protein. Like, go to the store like I do and get the 93.7 turkey and get just the seasoning packets and just eat it with rice or whatever. I mean, you can make different meals, pasta and stuff like that, because you need to have your macros. Because protein not only is going to be lean and it's going to be good and healthy for you, your body is mostly protein and water, but it's low in fat. You still need to have fats because your body, and you still need carbs because your body needs the energy. But protein stays longer, so you're going to feel full longer. I don't really go hungry throughout the days because I just have protein carbs. I weigh all my food. My macros are all set. So you can literally eat yourself to where you're like you're so full where it's like if you do this route, what he's actually saying, it's completely true. There are times when you're trying to lose weight, but you're not even hungry, but you have to eat because you don't have enough calories, but you've eaten so much to where you're like, you don't even want to eat. So I know it's a weird way of thinking, but because there's so much food, but the calories are so low that you're like, I'm not hungry, but I need more protein. I need more food. And you're still losing weight, dramatic weight. Something to think about for those that want to lose their weight. All you need to do is just dramatically increase your protein, lower the fat, and you can still have a ton of carbs. I do 200 grams of protein and 200 grams of carbs every meal, which is 200 grams of turkey, 200 grams of rice. And you're going to be full. And you could do like 4 of those meals a day, as long as you're going out walking a mile or 2. My hubby lost 35 pounds doing carnivore. Yep, you can do carnivore too. You want to be careful with that, though. There's some mixed things on that, but yeah. Alrighty, well, we got to get out of here. I got to go straight to work. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Remember, we don't do Dark MAGA anymore as of right now. We might bring it back at some point in the future, but we'll see. So we'll be back here tomorrow morning. We're still trying to hold on to the voice. Love you guys. Try not to cough in the mic. And thanks for hanging out with me. This is always great. If you're new here, let us know in the chat or leave us a comment. Some people are leaving comments now that they're saying, hey, I'm new here. Thanks for doing this, or thanks for the show. People are leaving donations. Thank you guys. God bless you. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to be back with you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here for another episode of the Bald Brad Show. Have a great and blessed-filled day. Take care, Patriots.